Yeah, I mean, like I said, what we try to, I mean, we don't say what we are trying to do. What I think the MBS is trying to do, and maybe this will now extend to all the key stakeholders, investors, government, is to be able to have data that is realistic, data that is correct, so that becomes the basis of planning. And we must know that, just like Madam said, at a point, around 2018, if I remember clearly, I was in the CBN Monetary Policy Committee. The inflation figure was coming to about 11%, 11.23%, so it became very sticky and it wasn't going down as part of whatever we were doing at that time. So what really happened is that it's not the base, it's not the value now. The base is not very important. It's what happens subsequently. It's the movement. So from now on, we start seeing whether by policies of government or exogenous factors, what happens to the base. Is it going to be declining from 24.48 or is it going to be increasing? That's the measure. So this value that we just have now is, in my view, provides just a yardstick, a measuring rod as where we are now. This is the inflation rate. Now, subsequently, we'll start to see movements. Okay, just like it moved from 11% in 2018 to 34%, early, last year or early this year. So we'll start seeing that, as we move on. So the evidence of policy impact, okay, and decisions of economic agents will now be contingent on what happened to now. Will prices start going up? Will they continue to go up? Will they mute? Will they recede? And then on the basis of that, we're able to be now looking at the effectiveness of policy, and then we can then tie down, because as you know, prices, inflation, some of the measures of macroeconomic stability. What investors are looking for, and what Nigerians, not just investors and stakeholders, is stability in prices. Okay, you want price to be stable so that you can plan your household budget, so that the economic agents can, can make plans. Okay, either investment decisions or consumption decisions, savings decisions. You want price to be stable. So now we have a base. Okay, that is most recent, that reflects, like I said, most current behavior. Because you will note, in 2009, how many people eat out? How many people are spending so much on data, okay, and phone and all of that? Those things were not very important at that time, okay? But a whole lot of things have changed, okay? So a lot of people eat out now, a lot of people order their foods and things like that were not there or not important in 2009 when we had, when the last year where, that we just left, okay? So we have a more realistic data that will allow government, that will allow monetary authorities, that will allow investors, that will allow economic agents to make plans. But from now on, we start seeing the impact of policy. If it goes up, it means inflation is increasing. Okay, the stability, monetary stability, becomes, it's not being achieved. If it is receding to 15%, then we can start to conclude or make inference that the government is doing what is right. Okay, and I think that will also be beneficial to investors and the rest of people in the economy.